Alright, well, time to put something out. Gotta feed the viewers. Yep. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Good. Alright, look. There's a video here. This video here is about 4 hours and 25 minutes long. It's talking about the Unreal Engine 6. Got two articles here. One from what's this, OC3D.net, and one from Twigtown. So yeah, Unreal Engine 6. What do we got here? What do we got? Let's see. Which one should I tackle first? Let me do this. It says here, Epic Game to address a number of core limitations with Unreal Engine 6. It says on the lax Epic Games promised CPU multi-threading and other core improvements with Unreal Engine 6. On the Lex Fridman podcast, Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeny has started discussing Unreal Engine 6, the company next generation game engine. This engine will succeed Unreal Engine 6, and Epic Games plans to release preview versions of the engine in 2 to 3 years. While Epic Games is continuing to update and improve Unreal Engine 5, there will come a time when it needs to give its technology a larger overhaul. Unreal Engine 5 updates needs to maintain backwards compatibility with Unreal Engine 6. Epic Games can make larger changes to their game engine, delivering core improvements. Currently, Epic Games has two versions of the Unreal Engine 5. First, there is the Fortnite version of Unreal Engine 5. Then, there is the version that is available to game developers. With Unreal Engine 6, the features of both will eventually be merged. The idea is that the shipped version gains more and more features over time and maintain backwards compatibility with the old version and continue to improve and approach the ultimate version of it as we go. And we've been doing the experiment entirely within the world of the Unreal Editor for Fortnite for now. We want to test this and iterate with Fortnite creators in just the metaverse usage case before we make it available to all of our partners using Unreal Engine for all of their projects. Says, and so the place where all these different threads in development come together is Unreal Engine 6. It's a few years away. We don't have an exact time frame, but we could be seeing preview versions of it perhaps 2 to 3 years from now, and we're making continuous progress towards it. The aim for Unreal Engine 6 is to bring the best of both worlds together. Much easier gameplay programming for the Fortnite community and for licenses, but more scalability to large scale simulations of all sorts. Yeah, Unreal Engine. And what he says here, Unreal Engine 6 will address Unreal Engine 5 core limitations. With their next generation game engine, Epic Games want to address a number of the core limitations of their current technology. One example of this is the engine's single-thread simulation, which has become a limiting factor for many games. Epic Games plan to embrace multi-threading, allowing games to benefit from CPU with higher core counts. This should address the CPU issue in many Unreal Engine 5 games, which is great news for gamers and game developers. Hopefully, the changes will make Unreal Engine 6 more performant. If Epic Games can address these core limitations, future games should look better and run better than today's Unreal Engine 5 projects. Hopefully, the fix for shaders, compilation stutters, and other issues will also be implemented. It says here, the biggest limitation that built up over time is the single-thread nature of game simulation in Unreal Engine. We run a single-thread simulation. You know, if you have a 16-core CPU we're using one core for game simulation and running the rest of the complicated game logic because the single thread programming is order of magnitude easier than multi-thread programming. We didn't want to burden either ourselves or our partners or the community with the complication of multi-threading. Over time, that become an increasing limitation, so we're really thinking about and working on the next generation of technology, and that being Unreal Engine 6, that the generation we're actually going to go and address a number of the core limitations that have been with us over the history of Unreal Engine and get those on a better foundation than the modern world deserves, given everything that's been learned in the field of computing in that time frame. Tim Sweeny. And then it says Unreal Engine 5 has a bad reputation for being overly demanding. It also has a reputation for games that stutter on PC and consoles. If games can address these issues, Unreal Engine 6 could usher in a new era of stable, stutter-free games. That said, we are unlikely to see games using this engine until at least 2028. Yeah. That's right around when right around PlayStation 6 time, and a new Xbox. Yeah. So Tim Sweeny got a 4 hour. This video here, this podcast is 4 hours and 25 minutes and 19 seconds long. So yeah, get ready for it. The other article here is on Tweaktown, where it says Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeny teases Unreal Engine 6 preview in 2 to 3 years. Goal is multi-thread. And then it says Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeny discussed Unreal Engine 6 for the first time. Says Unreal Engine 6 preview will go to game developers in the next 2 to 3 years. So it says here Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeny has announced its next generation Unreal Engine 6 technology, saying it is still 2 to 3 years away from seeding out Unreal Engine 6 preview to game developers. It says here, in the latest episode of the Lex Friedman podcast, Epic CEO Tim Sweeny said that the company is currently cooking up its next-gen Unreal Engine 6 technology, and that it will unify parallel development thread the developer is currently working on. We should expect plenty of upgrades under the hood of Unreal Engine 6, with a big upgrade to multi-thread performance and removing core limitations that have been inside Unreal Engine for multiple generations now. I can see a world where Unreal Engine 6 is showing off in a big new feature, a big new Fortnite 2.0 update, as well as Unreal Engine 6 power games of the future on next-gen consoles, platforms like Sony next-gen PlayStation 6 console that should be available by the time Unreal Engine 6 hit the market. Yeah. And let's see what it says here. Sweeny said we have these two different tendrils of progress. There's an Unreal Engine 5 for game developers, and there's Unreal Engine 5 targeting the Fortnite community. And there's different bits of development that are only in one area that aren't applied to both. Not all the Unreal Engine 5 features are actually available in Fortnite, because some of them we haven't figured out or haven't gotten to the point where we can deploy them to all 7 platforms in a platform independent way. It says the place where all these different threads of development come together is Unreal Engine 6. And it's a few years away. We don't have an exact time frame, but we could be seeing preview versions of it perhaps 2 to 3 years from now. We're making continuous progress towards it. And it said Sweeny continues, the biggest limitation that builds up over time is the single thread nature of game simulation on Unreal Engine. We run a single thread simulation. If you have a 16 core CPU, we're using 1 core for gaming simulation. that the rest of the complicated game logic, because single thread programming is the order of magnitude easier than multi-thread programming, and we didn't want to burden ourselves, our partners, or the community with the limitations. And then it says over time that becomes increasing. Over time, that becomes an increasing limitation. We're really thinking about working on the next generation of technology, that's being Unreal Engine 6. That this generation we're actually going to go and address a number of core limitations that have been with us over the history of Unreal Engine, and get those on a better foundation that the modern world deserves, given everything that's been learned in the field of computing in that time frame. Yeah. So, Unreal Engine 6 coming in will be ready in 2 to 3 years. So, by the time the PlayStation 6 comes out, it should be ready. So, yeah. And what that means, though, if you're into PlayStation consoles, what that means now is time to put your money together. It's time to start putting your money together, little by little, little by little, until that time comes. So yeah, whether it's $5, $10 a month, put it away for the PlayStation 6. Yeah. But Epic Games is coming with Unreal Engine 6, so it should be backwards compatible, but it should also improve over Unreal Engine 5 in a large way. So that's their main goal with this Unreal. And of course there's Fortnite. Yeah. So yeah, there's Unreal Engine 6 for Fortnite, and then Unreal Engine 6 for the developers. So Epic, the developers, they're busy working on the Unreal Engine 6. And while this is happening, developers now, they are busy working on games for the new Xbox console and the new PlayStation, the new PlayStation 6 console and new Xbox console. Developers are behind the scenes in the shadows, bringing those games together. So, yeah, lots happening behind the scene, even though it's not being talked about. But yeah, developers are busy. Maybe by then a new Batman game might be out on the new Xbox and PlayStation 6. So yeah, remember, Rocksteady is working on a new Batman game, so gotta wait for that. So we'll see. In the meantime, right now it's all about enjoying what you have. If you have a portable PC, meaning Steam Deck and Asus ROG and Lenovo Legion Go, and what's that? MSI Claw, Oxzo, Odin, Logitech, the Orange Pi, the ANEO 1X GPD. If you got one of those portable PC, enjoy what you have now. If you got a laptop with the Oculane port external GPU, enjoy that. If you're gaming on a desktop, enjoy what you have now. If you got an Xbox Series X, enjoy what you have now. You got a PlayStation 5, enjoy what you have now. If you're getting a Nintendo Switch 2, enjoy that. But in the meantime, developers, they're busy behind the scenes getting ready for the next generation of consoles and gaming. So yeah, Unreal Engine 6 is coming, so games should be better, which also means that developers like NVIDIA, AMD's, Intel, they will be improving their DLSS, ray tracing, deep learning, anti-aliasing, fluid motion frames, FSR, XeSS. They will be improving those in preparation for the Unreal Engine 6. So there's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes that's going on when it comes to next generation of gaming. So yeah, Unreal Engine, Epic has came a long way. You know, I wish they would make a new Unreal game, like an Unreal Tournament 4. Make a new one. But I guess he's so absorbed in Fortnite. So yeah, but yeah, these lots happening behind the scenes, man. So maybe Sony probably is working on a new. I'm sure Microsoft is probably bringing some type of new Halo to a newer Xbox. I mean, a new Halo game. Sony might be working on a new Spider-Man game for PlayStation 6. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes when it comes to game development, man. But to me, the Unreal Engine 6 is really about keeping up with the times and the demands of video games. So yeah, they have to stay on top of it. So yeah, so Tim Sweeny is on it, man. Yeah. Let's see. What's it? A new Of course, Fortnite will be getting new updates. When the new Unreal Engine 6 comes out. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. But the video, the podcast video though, is 4 hours though. Was it 4 hours and? See if I can get it here. 4 hours and where is it? It's 4 hours. Whoops, 4 hours. It's about 4 hours and 25 minutes and 19 seconds. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that link in the description box so you can watch the video. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you have a great day too. Nice talking to you people again. Crystal, Star Wars, Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. Go. Peace. Oh.